Number 10, punching an earthquake. Bucky the Grappler. This is just proof that it really is Yujiro's world, and we're just living in it. Set to brawl against his son, the ogre makes another of his extravagant appearances, eager to test Bucky's mettle against his own. Only for a pesky earthquake to suddenly break out, sending everyone into a panic.
Earthquake!
No problem, since Yujiro tells the planet to shut up by punching the ground with such force, it immediately quells itself. The man is basically operating outside the laws of physics by this point.
That isn't possible.
Did he just stop an earthquake with his fist?
This is incredible.
Number 9, erasing memories. Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. Seems that each new Legion commander builds on the terror and intrigue of the previous one.
何をするつもりなんだ?
How else do you explain Baran being such a phenomenal villain? After learning Dai's true identity as a Dragon Knight, the merciless swordsman arrives on the scene, armed with one revelation after the next. Not only does Baran reveal himself to be a Dragon Knight, but also Dai's father. What does he do when Dai refuses to join him on his quest for human extermination? Amps up the power of his dragon crest to such a degree it robs Dai of all his memories. Extreme parenting much?
どうしてこんなところにいるの? 僕は。
Number 8, Meteor Shower Be Gone. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. He may spend most of his time fawning over his adoptive grandson, but one can't forget that Sullivan is one of the most powerful demons in the land.
理事長へか。
じゃあ、ちょいちょいちょい!
Following on from Kiryo's attempt to blow up the school and Iruma preventing it at the last second, they're still faced with the real threat of the residue falling onto the school in the form of some seriously large burning debris. Considering that having his classmates reduced to ashes would probably ruin his son's first school fair, Sullivan steps in to resolve that matter. Number 7, defeated by Heartbeat. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. If you want to get a VIP invite to the Order of Chads, then you're gonna need to make a flashy first impression. Anos Voldigo does just that. Reincarnating himself several thousand years into the future was just the beginning.
気づいたか? 心臓の鼓動だ.
Anos only really started to show dominance when he was challenged by a preppy demon who subsequently fell victim to a gruesome yet equally humiliating fate, getting torn to shreds by Anos' heartbeat. His pulsating organ was apparently too strong for Zephyrus to handle. Made all the worse when he was brought to life via the 3-second rule, just so Anos could flick him out of existence once again.
インガル。安心しろ。根源が消滅しない限り、本当の意味で死ぬことはない。
Number 6, taking down 50,000. One Piece. Turns out that Luffy's 2 years of training didn't only result in him getting a stronger right hook, but also a master of Haki in its most potent form.
おい、ルフィ。ルフィ君。
Facing down the full might of an army, Luffy demonstrates why he's the captain and future pirate king.
殺せ!
Casually walking up to the encroaching fishmen, Luffy unleashes the Conqueror's Haki in full force. In doing so, he knocks out half of Hody Jones's rebellion without even laying a finger on them. Number 5. Summoning the Dark Young, Overlord. Why bother to slaughter your enemies when you can summon giant Lovecraftian nightmares to do the job for you? With the Emperor's army bearing down on him, Ainz Ulgon fully embraces his role as a villain by showing the world just how powerful and maniacal he can truly be.
絶望の始まりだ
By sacrificing 70,000 enemy soldiers with a simple spell, Bone Daddy Ainz is able to summon a pack of horrifying, albeit poorly rendered, tentacle goat demons to finish the rest of the enemy forces in his stead.
追撃の一手を開始せよ可愛らしい子ヤギたち
Number 4. Level 0. Hellsing Ultimate. Leave it to Alucard to change the tide of war just by showing up.
My lord and master, Integra Hellsing.
With both Millennium and Iscariot's forces turning London into a hellscape, Alucard returns to the battlefield to show them all what the OG vampire can really do. By unchaining the souls within him, Alucard is able to bring forth all those he has feasted on over the years, instantly conjuring an army that comes down on his foes like a bloody tidal wave.
It's a nightmare down there! It's hell!
Turns out a bunch of crazies don't have a patch on old Vlad.
A monster! A devil! You... Dracula!
Number 3. Infinite Void, Jujutsu Kaisen. Infinite chill, infinite sass, and yes, infinite power.
術式反転赤
With his curse technique allowing a never-ending amount of space to constantly appear between himself and everyone else, the smarmy sorcerer is able to repel and counter every attack that comes his way. And that's all before he decides to get serious.
無料空所
His domain expansion is on such a universal level that it renders even the strongest curses immobile, overloading them to the point where they're left helpless in the presence of Gojo's void. Or maybe it's just those gorgeous eyes.
ここは無加減の内側
Number 2. Gold Experience Requiem, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. How does one best an opponent who can unleash the deadliest of time lags? Simple. Just break all reality and bend it to your will. With Diavolo and King Crimson's power too much to overcome, it falls to Giorno to use the power of the arrow, and finally best the elusive gangster. Turns out this doesn't only give his stand a crisp new form, but unlocks a level of dominance beyond any of the previous JoJo's. With the might of Requiem under his control, Giorno's stand becomes a living Uno reverse card, able to repel the truth of anything, even death itself. Papa Dio would be proud. Number 1. Serious Punch, One Punch Man. Turns out when Saitama puts in a bit of effort, there's nothing that can stop him.
連続普通のパンチ
As the alien tyrant Boros continues to shift into more uncontrollable forms, the hero for fun decides now would be a good time to put in a little elbow grease into his swings. For the first time, we see Saitama get serious with one of his punches, an attack that not only finishes Boros with a single blow, but might have shattered the ozone layer too.
必殺マジシリーズマジ殴り
Knowing that he was still holding himself back just makes the feat all the more dazzling to behold.
お前は強すぎた
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.